In this video, let's discuss a little more about understanding the process. There is nothing that feels quite as powerful as purchasing a home. Buying a home can be an exciting process, whether you are a first-time home buyer or a seasoned buyer. It can also be stressful if you are entering into a transaction without being prepared, or if it has been some time since you last purchased a property. Of course, the initial step is getting your offer prepared and having one that is strong. We discussed in another video hiring an agent. In that video, we discussed you wanting to have a serious conversation with your agent on the best terms when writing an offer. Market conditions vary, so if you're in a competitive market, the terms of your offer is what helps you stand out from others. Your agent will guide you based on their market expertise and the current market conditions. Once your contract is accepted, it's go time. It's also a time to understand that time is of the essence. Your realtor, your lender, and your escrow officer will be the key players in the process. When you have an accepted offer, you will wire your deposit to an escrow company. The escrow company will privately give you wiring instructions. An escrow company is a neutral third party, and they hold the legal documents and funds and distribute them according to the buyer and seller instructions. These are found in your contract. From the escrow company, you will receive some documents to fill out and reports to review. Some of those reports include a preliminary title report and a natural hazard report. The preliminary title report includes the legal description of the property and the ownership interest of the property based on a search of public records on a city, state, and federal level. A title insurance policy protects a real estate owner or lender against any loss or damage they might experience because of claims of ownership, improperly recorded documents, fraud, forgery, liens, encroachments, easements, and other items that are specified in the actual policy. There are different levels of coverage, and this should be discussed with your realtor or escrow officer on the options. They will be able to get you in touch with a title officer to discuss those options. When you read the title policy, if you see anything you question, be sure to discuss that with your escrow officer as well. They will put you in touch with the actual title company. The natural hazards report will either come from the listing agent or sometimes escrow. This report refers to areas where homes are at greater risk of property damage or destruction by Mother Earth or Mother Nature. Some of these risks include earthquakes, tornadoes, landslides, wildfires, volcanoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, and other natural disasters. You, of course, will be given a California-specific report that a home seller must obtain for a buyer in order to sell a home. This report is prepared by a third party and is a requirement by state law in California for a homeowner to be in compliance with the 1998 Natural Hazard Disclosure Act. The report most closely identifies if the property you are purchasing is in a flood zone, or on an earthquake fault line, or in a fire hazard area. Why is this important, you may ask? Well, it's important to know because it could affect the insurability of the property or the insurance rates for the property. Things to think about that you will have to give over to an escrow officer is the manner in which you want to take title. This can have many legal and tax consequences, and I suggest you consult with an attorney or a tax advisor to help you with this decision. Escrow will ask you to fill out a statement of information. Because many people have the same or similar names, it helps to identify you as the specific person. While I was on the subject of insurance, you will need to provide them with the name and phone number of the insurance agent. If you are getting a loan on the property, the lender will require that you carry the proper homeowner's insurance for that property. This you will want to start at the beginning of opening escrow. You will need to get your home inspection scheduled and any other inspections that you may want done on the property. This is the time to satisfy any concerns you may have about the property you are purchasing. You will discuss setting this up through your agent. You should receive disclosures from the sellers through your agent. All the disclosures are important to read through and understand. Most are written by lawyers and are meant as a buyer beware. However, there are a few disclosures that the seller fills out, and you want to pay close attention to those. There's the transfer disclosure statement and the seller's property questionnaire. Depending on the age of the house, you may get a lead-based paint and earthquake hazards report. You want to see the answers to the questions on the forms, and it may also help guide you on additional inspections you may want to perform. This is also a time where you may want to send in writing questions to a seller through your agent. Next, you want to work diligently with your lender. They will have some lending disclosures that you need to sign in order to get your appraisal ordered. When securing a new loan to purchase, an appraisal is a requirement to determine the fair market value of the property. Your lender will arrange for an appraiser to provide an independent estimate on the home's value. The appraiser, who is not directly associated with the lender, will let all the parties involved know that you are paying a fair price for the home. They do this by researching nearby comparable homes in your immediate area that have sold in the last 6 months and are similar in size, age, construction, and amenities. The appraiser measures the home, draws a representative floor plan, takes photos inside and out, and also confirms the property condition. They then complete a report and give it to the buyer's lender, which also includes the appraiser's opinion on the market value of the property. This report is very extensive. Depending on how much time has passed between when you were working with your pre-approval to your accepted offer, your lender may need some additional information, like most recent bank statements or W-2s. It is important to keep in contact with escrow and your lender to keep in line with your timeframes. All of the items discussed in this video are important in order to close your escrow on time. As a buyer, you have to always remember that the closing means the seller will be moving, and any delay in closing escrow could be detrimental to them as well, due to moving vans already in place, and of course, if they are in the process of purchasing a replacement property, it could delay things any further. There are many other contractual terms to think about, and your realtor will be able to guide you through that process.